Welcome to Unit 2, Chapter 1. I will be showing you in this example how to create a mind map using specific skills. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up a Google Drawing, and you can do this with me. I'm going to go to page setup. We want to make this a little bit bigger, so we're going to go 16 by 10. Right. A mind map largely represents objects that represent each of your slides. So we're going to go up here and drawing, and we're going to call this mind map. All right, so we have the mind map. The topic I'm going to use is cyber warfare. If you choose this topic, you cannot use this mind map, nor can you use information recorded into this mind map. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go and add a shape, and you can choose whatever shape you want. I'm going to select this one. All right, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to make my first mind map, or my first object in my mind map, the name of my title slide. So I'm going to call this cyber warfare, right? And this would be my title slide. All right, so I know this will be the first slide on my website. I'm going to go in here, and I can do a little bit of decorating. So I'm going to change the background color, and I'm going to change the font color as well. And I'll probably bold this. So I have my title slide. So this represents my title slide. So I can go up here. I can add a comment right here. That's going to be my title slide. Right? Just so you know what I'm doing. So that's my title slide. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to probably after I'm doing my research, I would want to really define what cyber warfare is, because a lot of people might not be familiar with that term. So I'm going to go to my shape. Maybe I'll grab an arrow. I'll take this arrow. All right, I think I'll do this way. And if I wanted to turn this arrow, I can do this, like just get that little circle. All right, and then inside this, I can put my definition. And largely, this is the use of a computer to disrupt activities by a country, or it can be any kind of group. It can be governmental. It can be a terrorist group. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. So there is my definition, and then I can change the color of my slide. Make that green. So there's my definition. Now I want to link this object with this object. To do this, I'm going to click on my cyber warfare. I'm going to go up to my line, click on my line, and then I'm going to, if you notice there's little blue circles, I'm going to click on that blue circle, and as I get closer to my object below it, notice that it has a little bit of blue circles. So if I connect those, now these are connected. So when I move this, you notice that it stays connected. So it's that blue dot that helps me make a connection. So there is how I would connect my slide. And I'm just going to put on here that the comment I'm going to put here is that this would be my second slide, and that will contain the definition. You do not have to put comments in. I'm putting them in so you see how I'm setting up my slides. So there's my title slide. This is my second slide. The next thing I want to do for my mind map is I'm going to put in another object. And it can be whatever you want it to be. So I'll draw this maybe. All right, and then I'm going to type in here the goal. This will be my third slide. This is the goal of cyber warfare. It is to monitor networks and activities to steal data. That's what their goal is. when you're talking about cyber warfare, whether you're talking about government or you're talking about terrorist groups, they're all after one thing. They want to monitor your networks and steal data. All right, so I'm going to connect, I'm going to go to my line over here. All right, and I'm going to connect this object. This object. Well, let me go turn it off. Oh, didn't do it. All right, I'm going to connect this object now with this object. So now I have two objects connected. All right, and so if I move this object, you notice they stay connected. Then another goal, and again, if I want the perfect shape, if I hold down my shift key, I can make the perfect shape. So there we go. Another goal is to access access a network and remain unknown or anonymous for an extended period of time. That way they are able to get more or steal more data. So I want to hold my shift key down because I want the perfect shape. And because I have my two goals, I'm going to change those colors so that they kind of match each other. So there's my two goals. And then I'm going to connect this with my other goal. So I'm going to go to select here. I'm going to go and get my line. And then I'm going to get the blue circle. And then I'm going to spring down here and I'm going to connect that to the two together. The reason why I'm doing that is my two goals are both connected via this link here. All right, so we've got some goals in there. And then what are some of the means? So let's go and grab another shape. This time I'm going to grab a call out. All right, here we go. And some of the ways they do this, they do it through password cracking. And you have probably learned about password cracking, social media, and through malware. So there's my little link there. And I'm going to connect this to my cyber warfare. So I'm going to go get a line. And I'm going to draw this right to, there we go. So now my mind map is being linked. So they also want access. We're going to put in a couple more shapes. They also want access to, put down here. And so before we do this one here for comments, just so you understand how my slides are working. This would be my third slide. This would be my fourth slide. So right now I have 4 slides already set up for my PowerPoint. This one is my 5th slide. All right, I'm going to change the color of this one a little bit. So it's a little different. I can change my font color by triple clicking. There we go. And then here is my 5th slide. And on this 5th slide, I am going to put down power and telecommunication utilities. That's another access way that they want to grab data. Get that all to fit on there. Probably wasn't the best shape. All right, so I can center that if I want. And I'm going to change the color, put in a yellow, and then I'm going to connect this as well. Look at my line. I can start here at the side and connect that through. So my map is being all connected. And so then we know that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be my 6th slide. So hopefully you're getting the idea that this is the 6th slide. And then the last one I'm going to put in, and you could put in more if you want. We're going to put in a shape. Let's do an arrow. I'll grab, I'm going to grab this arrow. And we're going to type in electoral voting and political targets. Change the color. And then I'm going to put this mind map in. Let's make sure we connect it. All right, so now I have all of my shapes. I have all my slides. And then I want to add one more shape because I don't want to forget my closing slide. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to type in here the end. So I remember that I don't forget or leave that conclusion out. And I'm going to connect that as well. I'm just going to have a little problem here. We're going to go ahead and connect that. There we go. Now my mind map is completely monitored. If I look at this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slides. Now, to make this, unite this all together, I want to group it. To do that, I am just going to select all of them, just highlight them all, right click, and then I can go to group and just group them. Now they will move as one object. So when I click on them, as soon as I get the 4 cross, there we go. I didn't get it right. You should be able to move these all as one group. There we go. See how it's moving as one group? So now I have one image. So that's pretty much your mind map. Make sure you do your linking and connection. And if you have any questions, just check with your teacher. Oh, also too, you can add a background to it. I don't want to forget that. So I can just right click and go to background and I can add some kind of background to it. So I have my mind map. So now I know what I'm going to put on all my slides. I would not put in these words, but rather I would find pictures that will represent what I want to say. So there we go. Just make sure you have your mind map title and then make sure you connect. Good luck and have fun doing this.